Hello and welcome everybody to another video. It is your very cheesy host, Jesus Christ. We are doing something a little bit different today. We're going back to something we started in our shorts, and we're going to be playing Fallout 76 today. It's been a while since I played Fallout 76. It started out on the Xbox, and obviously have a PC. And for whatever reason, there's either you can't, or I don't know, or you just can't. Either way, you can't, or I haven't been able to figure out how to transfer the character from my Xbox account to the PC. But from what I've been reading, as far as I can tell, you cannot. So I've had to been neglecting to kind of restart because I don't know. I'm one of those people where I don't like to go back through it over multiple times. But here we are again. I've been hearing Fallout 76 has been getting a lot more fun, so I've decided to give it a little try. And so here we are. We started a little bit ago. I think we're up to about rank 16 or 17 or so, somewhere in those teens. But we're on the way over here. We're just starting to get our bearings again. Because I know Fallout 76 works a little bit different than some of the other ones. I mean, it's somewhat still the same concepts because, I mean, it's a Fallout game. But, I mean, for the most part, it is a little bit different. As any Fallout game is, it's very beautiful. The scenery is always great. I think it's far better than any of the other Bethesda games, such as Skyrim or anything like that. Obviously, Skyrim is far older than 76, but nonetheless, I've always liked the Fallout landscapes more than I have any of the Elder Scrolls video games. Excuse me while I whiff these shots here. But nonetheless, the terrain and I don't know, just the map work have always been better for Fallout. It takes a lot more detail, I want to say, just because of it. We have to pay attention, and you have to put in that detail for the landscape, for the destroyed and disformed landscape that is Fallout, and that is I don't know about you guys, but that is obviously like one of the main things that make a Fallout game stand out is the landscape and the terrain for everything, because everything is so hellacious and wastelandish. I mean, there's not any other way to point it out. I mean, everything's toxic. The water basically kills you. Gives you radiation. So it's not, a lot of work that gets put into it, and I've always liked Fallout games that I have the ESO games, but nonetheless, take care of these floaters. Looks like we got some drop ships coming in, or the little choppers protecting that little secure bot. Grab all these little knickknacks here. But no, we're just making our way. I started a new account, so that's what we're doing. Like I said, I didn't really want to, because I'm just like one of those people where I don't feel like restarting multiple times. And when I first downloaded Fallout 76 for the PC the first time, and couldn't figure out how to get my character switched over from the Xbox to here, yeah, I kind of quit playing because I didn't want to have to go through all that again. To me, that's annoying. And I did it multiple times. I did it an unnecessary amount of times, trying to sign into an account, and then it wouldn't have my account or anything, and then I'd make a new account, and then I'd try something else, and couldn't get it back into the other account, and it was just a huge mess to try to do all that. So at one point I just said, I just said screw it, and I just did not mess with it for a while. But from what I hear, there's a good a lot of good things happening for Fallout 76 right now. I'm trying to see what's going on, and so far, I'm having some fun. Been fairly playing the crap out of this game, that's for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a Fallout game. Some are fairly repetitive. But there's always the new adventure into it. That's the one thing that I've always noticed about Bethesda games is there's always something new within the adventure. It's never the same route. I mean, don't get me wrong, something usually happens or something abnormal spawns in and, gives you a challenge, but I don't know. Fallout games just give you a little bit more of an edge. That factor, I guess. I don't know. But I've been playing Fallout, and I think Fallout 3. Then got super addicted to New Vegas. And oh man, I played the crap out of New Vegas. Had so many different builds. The high strength and low intelligence, the Chad as they call it. The nerd. With the super intelligence, but super weak and high charisma and everything. And it was just some fun builds, and I don't know. And then Fallout 4 came out, and honestly, comparatively to what New Vegas had, to what Fallout 4 had, it to me. Like, it was good because, yeah, we had a new Fallout game, but it was just like, to me, it just didn't feel like Fallout. And then I played it a lot, and then, I just kind of get used to it. It was just because it was a new Fallout, was all it really was. And then I think it was obviously a visual aspect onto how it looks because, if you played New Vegas, which I would assume you did if you got 4, but there's always those new players. But anyways, if you played New Vegas, you went from being in a vast red scorpions. You went from being in a vast, desolate wasteland of nothing but sand and things to kill you in between. God, would this thing not die? To luscious green and still, wasteland is fine, but nonetheless, it's still green and, buildings standing and these towers and apartment buildings and everything of the sort that was just all over the place in Fallout 4, but, obviously did not have it in New Vegas other than the strip, but, it's the strip. In Fallout 4, it was pretty much everywhere you went. Buildings and things to hide behind. It was just weird. And then there's all the new additives and everything. And don't get me wrong, like I said, it's a good thing. Fallout 4 was very good for Bethesda. Especially when all the mods and everything came out. Especially for console, oh man, that stuff blew up. Something like what it did for Skyrim and everything when they released that on console. Try to set some things up here. Try not to die. I don't think I have any stim packs. Like, that's one thing I did mess up on, is I did not bring enough stim packs. Eat some of this freaking dog food. Because that's super healthy. Hmm. Okay, well, we're gonna hope that we don't die. Just trying to get some more experience is all. That's really trying to do here. Another scorpion over there. More scorpions over here. Great. If we can't get a head start on trying to kill these guys before they can get to me. These rad scorpions, you know, they go underground, and once they realize something bad's going on, they go underground and they pop up right next to you, like they just automatically know where you're at. Never fun. So now we gotta go that way. Or at least that's the plan anyways. Not even really too sure what the plan is exactly. We're just kind of doing an adventure here. Nothing too crazy. Alright. We continued on with our adventure here. We let it out. We had some little bit of ag. Is that the Mothman? It is the Mothman. Holy hell. Haven't seen him in a while. See how close we can get. Our sneak isn't all that great because we're still such a low level, so he's probably going to turn around fairly soon. Oh, there he is. Yep, he noticed us. He's looking directly at us. Hello, buddy. Lord Mothman. Oh, what? Somebody's shooting at the Mothman. How dare you? The hell? Where are they? They're definitely shooting at the Mothman, but what? Oh, it's a settler, a scavenger. Of course. Well, it would take forever for them to do it, so let's just send him on his way. Such a magnificent creature.
Oh, I'm sore all over. Building this place up is hard work. My poor robot. All of a sudden, he won't move. He just stopped working. I'm not sure what's wrong. He's my best friend. Any idea what the problem might be? Which part does it need? Fine. Hopefully...
Alright. I think... Oh, I do know where I'm at. Okay, yeah. Okay, so... At the other end of the town here, I do believe there's a little shooting range. That's part of the reason why I kind of started playing this again. Because somebody commented and was asking where the oh man, I can't remember the name of it now. The Flatwoods Monster. Somebody was commenting and asking where I saw the Flatwoods Monster, and I couldn't for the life of me remember where it was, and now I'm starting to get my bearings and remembering that at the end of the shooting range here is where I had my Flatwoods Monster encounter that I have in my shorts on YouTube. And that was partly the goal on trying to get back into it too. It was trying to get some answers for that guy. And then I got to looking into it, and the Flatwood Monster is just random. You just kind of have to, I guess, I don't know if it necessarily is based on your luck or not. Oh shit. I can't. Alright, well, as you saw, we got stuck there. So we just basically fast travel to the same location. And then obviously just not the exact same location. We're just at the same town. Whoops. I thought I had a grenade. Nonetheless. But yeah, so that's why I'm kind of getting back into it again, because I know that some people were asking some questions that I did not have answers for or could not remember. And so here we are, and now we're just gonna start making our own little content with it and just start having our own little adventures. Nothing too crazy. We're just gonna do some recording, get some not necessarily exciting moments. I mean, obviously all the exciting moments, but you know, not every adventure is gonna have the most exciting points. Like the Mothman was probably gonna be. The Mothman is probably going to be the, or the Mothman sighting is probably going to be the most exciting part of this video. But that's okay, because everybody likes the Mothman. We are Mothman fans on this channel. If we could join the cultists, we probably would. We probably would already be a high cultist priest by now, if we could join the Mothman movement. But unfortunately, that was not part of the game, which I feel like get these guys taken care of, which I feel like the you know, having an option or like having a rare option to join the cultist to the cult of the Mothman, I feel like that'd be really cool, or like maybe like as like a kind of like a side DLC or something of the sort. I know kind of like how the event is going on right now, like we kind of basically help the cultists, you know. But like if you could actually like be part of the group of the cult and be recognized and be like, you know, other cultists to be friendlies, that would be kind of cool. And like join in on things and spend time with the Mothman, that'd be kind of cool. Just, you know, all those kind of little aspects. I feel like that should have been in there, and then, you know, added some other kind of I cannot stop yawning. Should have thrown in some other kind of faction in there, not just as the cultists, as enemy faction.
False alarm.
But like I said, it like you would have to do some kind of like where I don't know. You'd have to do a certain objective or certain task or hidden task or something of the sort to be able to join the cult of Mothman or something of the sort. That would be cool, but you know, that would also be kind of difficult to deal with, I guess. I don't know. Look around here for all this junk. I'm a junk hoarder, guys. I don't know about you guys, but man, I fill my pockets with junk. Never know when you're gonna need it. And then in 76, you're constantly needing it because, unlike in Fallout 4, where you could customize a weapon and put an attachment on it, right? And let's say you put on the wrong attachment, or you selected the wrong one, or you want to go back to iron sights or something of the sort. If you're still at it, or if you still have the mod, but let me rephrase myself, and you go change that mistake that you made, right? That mod that you made for the weapon, you know, you already made it, so you already have it. And you can take it on, put it off, take it on, put it on, or put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. But in 76, that's it. You know, there's no mods that come off of it. Oh shit. You make the attachment for that specific weapon, and that attachment is for that weapon. And if you want to go back, you basically have to make the iron sights and use your materials to get the iron sights again. And then you basically just wasted the materials for the scope or muzzle or whatever you just accidentally made or put on or whatever. Okay, so they didn't see me. But you basically just have to make everything all over again, which I get it. You know, I understand, but at the same time, it's like, fuck, I have to go do this now. I have to go get this. I can't just take this off and put this on that. You know? Like, obviously, you know, this part can't go on a pipe gun or something like that, but like, you know, you can't take the sight off of a pipe gun and put it on another pipe gun. You have to make a whole nother sight for that other pipe gun. Which I get it, you know, it is what it is, but I did like that aspect in Fallout 4. That's it, guys. Keep popping out. Right. Make sure we're good. No more ghouls. Alright. Moving on. Now, this is the place where I did have my first flatwoods monster encounter. I'm gonna do a little bit of looting first. But this is where I had the first flatwoods monster encounter. Was at this location. Check this area here. I know. Oh, look, a mod. Nice. I don't even know if I can use it or not. Probably not. You should pick up all the mods. Anyways, we had a server lag out. Sorry about that. But anyways, this is where we had the flatwoods monster encounter. It's usually it's odd because it's like right around the same time. That's gonna get rid of these bottles, but they're not break. Oh, maybe I have to pick them up. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I think I have to pick them up. Yeah, okay. Alright, sorry, it's been a while since I've done this mission. Or this quest, whatever you want to call it. But on top of these rocks right here behind me, right there, yeah, these rocks here, this is where I saw the flatwoods monster for the first time.
I have a feeling these days everyone would be up for some
If you go into my
target
shorts
practice.
playlist, you can find that video on there and you'll see what I'm talking about. But the flatwoods monster, as far as I know, nothing ever happens with the flatwoods monster. Once you get close, just kind of like the Mothman, he just kind of warps out of existence and is to be seen until I guess you see him again until you you have some luck and run into him again. But happens the same thing with whenever you attack him. Is he just warps out of the atmosphere into his dimension and goes on about his business. But you have to be careful, not necessarily careful, but you gotta keep your ears out whenever you're walking about if you want to experience the Flatwoods monster, because like I said, once you get close, he decides to take off, and you don't get to experience it anymore. So you really just have to watch from afar. It is quite oh crap. Okay. Alright. But you do have to kind of watch the Flatwoods monster from afar, because it is a sight. Ooh, it's a red scorpion. Ooh. The legendary red scorpion. I wonder if I can get in this boathouse and shoot him from like the window or something of the sort. Maybe we can get on top of here. Maybe. It was close. Maybe we could try again. No. Yeah, that was just a bad jump. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna go in here. We're gonna try to shut the door. Oh, look, it's a window. Perfect. Shut the door. Come in here. And shoot him from the window. 1, 2, 3. Still there. 4. Alright. I'm not gonna keep counting. What the hell did I just do? Was the round just going through him? Oh no, my sniper rifle broke. Alright, let's go see what he had. Oh shit, it's a Mirelurk. Okay, that was alright. Ooh, what is that? Hunting revolver, okay. Oh, snap. That revolver looks pretty nice. So this is the revolver, huh? Alright. Says it does 200% damage to animals? Or extra damage to animals? I'm not too tired, I don't remember. But it does extra damage to animals. I would assume that means insects and... I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just animals. Do Mirelurks count as animals, or do they count as insects? It might count as insects, because that did not do a damn thing, basically. Yeah, maybe it's doing a little bit of something. Maybe just... Okay, maybe it is doing something. You just gotta get them. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Mirelurks have their shells. So if you hit the shells, it does crap damage. But if you hit them, like, where they're soft, basically, they're like little rabbits. Very delicate. Alright, let's go see what's over here. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Oh, I hate these things. We messed up. We messed up. We messed up. We messed up. Run, 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 run. And I missed. The only thing I don't like about this revolver is that it shoots very slow, and it reloads one round at a time. Super not cool. Okay. Not cool. And we're whiffing. And we're whiffing. Yep, we're whiffing. We're probably gonna die. I hate these things. Oh, come on, bro. For real? I'll pull out this one instead. It's gonna be a little bit easier to faster shooting. Plus, I don't think these are considered animals, so I don't think that revolver is going to do a whole lot of really anything. Come on, man. Those shots are all on. I will say though, since Fallout 4, the way the rounds travel are a little bit realistic. I will say, you kind of have to put a little bit more lead into it than previously. Because I think before it was like a point and click kind of situation where the rounds took a little bit to get. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while. So I think we're gonna call it here pretty soon, guys. We killed these guys. They're little floaters. Oh, there's one more. Okay. Or something over there. They just bombard you like you saw. We're gonna pick up on the next adventure. Hope you guys like to join me. We know we got to see the Mothman, so you know that's always a good thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. Yeah, if you have any suggestions for anything, just leave them in the comments below, and I will definitely try to get with that. And yeah. I will see you guys in the next one.